This is your daily briefing, and you're most welcome to it. Tough working out where to start, but I would suggest the theme that pervades everything to do with us, both in the club and outside of the club, is the lack of critical thinking. Pat emerged at Spurs a few weeks ago, beat, thump, whatever you want to call it, sides in free fall, blushes are spared, inconsistencies are temporarily papered over. We duff up the likes of Everton, Leeds and Newcastle United, and suddenly top four is within our grasp, something we've earned, something we deserve, and it really isn't any of those things. And that's part of the Tottenham, or part of the ENIC thing, whereby everything is presented in a sort of favourable light, the way things are marketed, when in actual fact we're all fur coat and no knickers. There's a reason that Barcelona flipped Emerson Royale. There's a reason that there were no serious other suitors for Ryan Sessegnon. Over £1 billion sunk into the stadium and other associated infrastructure, and yet the core thing our fan base pays top dollar for is reduced to being a side issue. And the quality of the product just isn't there. And when we place a team that isn't malfunctioning, it just looks like, we're revealed for what we are. We were told that the remaining games, I think it was 6 or 7 games left to go, were going to be cup finals. In which cup final would any coach play the way that Conte is setting us up? There's a great account on Twitter. I think it's at Matty Spurs or something like that. I'll put the handle in the description. And he made the point after the Brentford game: do the players know something we don't? But I think Conte's cornered is probably how I'd phrase it. He doesn't have any choices, but he's persisting with this wing back thing, and we don't have any wing backs. It also helps, of course, if we've got players who are capable of playing football, and there will be some fans out there who will believe that with plenty of time and patience Emerson Royale will come good. There will also be some fans out there who will suggest that towards the end of a game the boys' concentration levels were perhaps understandably waning. I don't give this any truck whatsoever. You're making excuses. You're part of the problem. He's a bit of a half-wit and he's not very talented. You give Nelly the elephant use of your iMac and say, here's a sticky bun, can you set me up an email account? And you come back and she smashed the computer into an unrecognisable mess. Nothing to do with Nelly's concentration levels. You're trying to jam the wrong shaped thing in the wrong shaped hole. The battle against people peddling nonsense continues, as we're proudly told by this footballing intellectual. Remember, it was Poch who wanted Sessegnon. No, it wasn't. Andy Harding. No Spurs coaches under Levy have any meaningful say in any transfer business. And again, you're another Reach PLC customer wandering off into the sunset, espousing absolute nonsense, claiming it to be true, because people are putting out too much bloody content, thousands of words a week. When do you know something I would do? And this is through the looking glass. For football media, I would say to every outlet, you're only allowed to put out 2,000 words a week in total for your website. I'm going to enforce a cap, and that's for all your content, not just one article, all your content. So think wisely before you start typing and whack the publish button, and the quality, trust me, the quality would improve in a day. So then, Charlie Eccleshare, Conte remains loyal to 3 at the back, but the Spurs need him to roll the dice, and that's why that is £1. I keep on knocking the Athletic, and I don't think some of you have got it. Do your homework. The last round of funding only cleared the last load of debt. It's not making any money. And if you're confused about football or professional sports and winning being a metric, yes, they've got lots of subscribers. It's why the New York Post or New York Times or whatever it was bought them, but they're not making any money. Right, contact between this is from Get French Football News, which, don't forget, is an aggregator. Got a couple of pieces here that came out last night. Contact between Daniel Levy and Maurizio Pochettino has continued incessantly in recent months, with Levy attempting to convince the coach to return, according to sources contacted by Get French Football News. Breaking over the night there, Maurizio Pochettino will imminently be removed as PSG coach, according to Le Parisien board. Wants him gone, he wants out, more follows. We've covered this with PSG before. You may not like the model, but you've got to hand it to them. They know what they're trying to do. They take hoovering up everything domestically as a God-given kind of right because of the amount of money they're putting in, and I wouldn't have an argument with them over that. They want Champions League football. They won't stop until they get Champions League football. I'm not here to give them advice, but you sack Tuchel, you got to get rid of Pochettino. That's how it fits. I asked you on the previous one, I think, to name 3 positives. There were some cracking results to that, so I've got another teaser to leave you with. If you saw Emerson Royale and Ryan Sessegnon drowning, what sort of sandwich would you make? Good luck. Keep it on.